Hey, I'm not there. Hey, Boogie. Hey, and that's Boogie. And that's Boogie. Hey, and that's Boogie. What you got? Boogie got that skillet. Poppin' that skillet. Boogie got that skillet. I'm poppin' that skillet. About that dude, let's get it. Start dropping. Let's get it. Shit is hot. Let's get it. Don't stop it. Let's get it. Hey, what we doing? Let me get up. Let me get up. Let me get up. Let me get up. Ladies and gentlemen, duelists, you know who it is, the Telvanni King, Cyrodiil champion, the invade, invade. But yeah, it's Sly Boogie, this Elder Scrolls Legends, and I want to present a new build for you all to try out and hopefully have some fun with. Let's check it out. The theme of the deck is swift aggression, taking advantage by damaging your opponent multiple times in the same turn. We're just going to call it tick for short. So to achieve this is a combination of spell cards, action cards, support cards, and just cards that synergize and otherwise benefit off of the effects. There's a lot to unpack with that in terms of how you can take advantage of that alone to buff and increase your overall presence on the field. The efficiency aspect is important as well, because even if your opponent makes a strong play, you can easily bounce back next turn to continue the pressure. This is a lot to unpack again, as I said, so let me do my best to articulate this for you. For me, I have three key supports that are crucial in helping this deck run smooth. Number one, Moonstone. Self-explanatory, but having access to lethal, drain, ward, or rally is extremely helpful, extremely deadly when used in combination with the other cards I'm going to mention. Number two, Downmaul Embassy. Niche card, but extremely convenient in making it more efficient to summon many monsters at once. Obviously, I'm running high elves, so we can definitely get our monsters in the field real fast. And number three, the most important card. Well, one of the key cards making it work, Thieves' Den. This card mainly used for Khajiit with their innate pilfer ability, synergizes with high elves too. Regardless of that, attacking direct or piercing increases the attack and defense by 1. So this deck is all about attacking and ticking away. So this card can definitely help snowball, pretty much like really buff your creatures to some fierce beat sticks. Alright, so if you're testing this out, you can definitely experiment, add or take out whatever you feel, but there are definitely some monsters that help the flow and overall pace and strength of the deck, so these are definitely my strong recommendations. You got number one, we got Dominion Battle Reeve. This card is niche, like only playable with Dominion, but specific there, but for good reason. This monster just has an innate drain. It automatically does 1 damage when summoned, when it slays, and when it dies, or when it dies, I should say. Anyway. This card is just OP, and I feel like it just helps speed up, especially with Thieves' Den and just Almari being able to have it summon out early. It's hard. It's pretty dope. Anyway, moving on to number 2. Almiri Spellwright. This card here is key. His effect says it all, but it's not enough considering how many cards it can help you pull off in a turn. Again, the extra magica with the kind of ticks you're doing can help you really add up, and again, just make you like really set up for success in terms of having access to playing Spoils of War, not even that, but playing it for cheap, and just going that plus and actually able to summon that on the field as well with the additional magicka. So it just makes it easy to replenish your hand and kind of keep the efficiency of having cards on the field. So yeah, he's broken here, no fucking joke. Steelers Secrets, the final card. This is the final key card, a real sleeper card, but damn, when you drop this at the end, when your opponent is kind of low or out of resources, good game. This build uses a lot of spells. Y'all can already see that. So the attack power on this can stack like a motherfucker late game. Also, side note, Mentor's Ring and Giant Bat did not work out for me. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? My predilection for this section of this video blog is for everyone to remain cognizant while I articulate the specifics of the intention, nuance, and complex nature of this aggressive and downright Machiavellian ass build. Alright, now I'm just fucking with y'all. I wish I would waste y'all time more for some crazy analysis on how this deck is played. Listen, summon, attack. That's how you win. But now, on a serious note, the action cards are kind of there to kind of stop any obstacles the opponent wants to put in your way and kind of secure the game. The monsters and the supports behind it are very straightforward. So it is kind of fun to play and kind of just watching them go, for lack of a better term, because when they go off, they really do go off by By turn 6, 7, you could really have game pretty much done if your opponent's not really savvy enough to get on top of it. On the flip side though, if it's like turn 10 or even past 12 and you haven't even gotten like your opponent under 20, it's going to be a hard battle from there, at least in my testing of the build. Like, this is a short to mid-range deck is what I want to say. Anyway, I got 2 matches here that I just want to show y'all in terms of just how the deck runs from start to finish. And there's some high level opponents, so they're not really messing around, so it'll, you know, be a chance to kind of really flex the deck and show it what it's work, you know, how it really works. So enjoy, and yeah, see you at the end.
Believers shall flock to our noble cause. The Black Hand sees all.
Our foes will have nightmares about me.
A few drinks, a few laughs, and a cat.
Must I do everything myself?
Everything was taken from me. Today, I repay in kind.
The Night Mother will guide us.
Everything was taken from me. Today, I repay in kind.
My power is not to be underestimated.
My enemies have taught me well.
I don't know it all, but I'm pretty close.
shall flock to our noble cause.
You listening to me? You'd better be.
You vexed me for the
Dead
last
men
time.
tell no lies.
Right this way. No man can deny his destiny.
My opponent is wildin' if he think he about to have a Martin Septons day in the field. I see that card, that shit is #1 kill me priority. Like, that shit gotta go. Like, look at that effect. At the start of your turn, all unspent magicka from your last turn you get. And if you have 30 or more, he changes into a 30 attack, 30 defense dragon. Nah, he dies. That's it. He dies.
You vexed me for the last
Dead
time.
men tell no lies.
Where
Dead
was
men
I?
tell no lies.
Yes, murder.
Seems I must stoop to their level.
We must count on our wits.
No, I'm certain it was in this tome somewhere. No, I'm certain it was in this tome somewhere.
I see you're in need of my wisdom.
Now, where was
Dead
I?
men tell no lies.
Murder. Victory is yours.
By the egg, a fine battle.
Okay, so for this video I wanted to do an experiment on how gameplay looks sped up a bit. I liked how it looked privately, so I wanted to present this matchup to you in this format. Let me know if that's cool. If not, I'll develop the next pieces keeping that in mind and balance. So what are your thoughts on the build right now? Like, what are your thoughts on the deck and all that in terms of the play style and presentation? And just let me know what you think of the overall build, the gameplay and all that. I do definitely think it's fast and definitely is efficient. So definitely try to have some fun, you know, keeping that in mind and just play testing it and all that. But yeah, have you run something similar? Do you think that this build is straight trash overall, and why? Like, I really want to know like what you think of the build, and I'd definitely be interested to just know if they're just better variations or just better cards overall that I should be using for this just to kind of make it better. I think that'd be dope in terms of having that perspective. So yeah, definitely let me know. I definitely love this video that I made. I'm excited to do the next one. And yeah, I got some extra cards I want to kind of recommend and have some fun with at the end. And then yeah, just, you know what it is. Back on the next one. Peace. So right here, watching up to this point, understand that the mentality here for me is to not get discouraged at all. I've been at low health for a large portion of this match, but that doesn't divert me from the goal. So this is where you start to think about the turns ahead. Right now, my opponent is at low health. It's just a matter of attacking my opponent in the right manner so he's also unable to properly counter, making him choose between letting my attacks go through or using his resources to attempt to slow me down. This kind of mental back and forth, using your resources and placing your cards just right so your opponent is unable to, or more than likely over or under commits, and then in turn cause you to kind of win the match. This kind of back and forth, that mental kind of back and forth, is what I love personally about this game. Like I come back to this game so much because of that, like the strategy needed mentally. before you actually put the cards on the field in terms of just knowing why and how you're doing it. Obviously, no one's perfect. You definitely make misplays, but you know the nuance of it is the people that actually get that. You know, those are the real legends right now. So yeah, that's just what I love about this game, man. Now, these just my personal recommendations. As you know, this a big bitch right over here. This bitch a OG. She been putting in work. Oh, I gotta put in work for this girl right here. This bitch been working for me. This our OG Delvani Queen. Oh, damn, I didn't even know I could have a big motherfucking OG card like this. I ain't never seen this card get played broken OG, and I don't give a fuck. This card is one of the most favorite cards in the deck. I don't give a fuck. This card, everybody be playing it.